right now, Toronto basketball, kings of the North in many ways. A guy who knows a lot about it. In fact, three guys who know so much about national basketball in Canada. General manager of Canada Basketball, Rowan Barrett, who played on the national team, knows the guy on the left as well, Leo Routens, very well, and Jack Armstrong back with me. Happens to have a pretty famous son right now. We can talk about that in just a moment. But Rowan, what has this meant to you personally for a guy who grew up dreaming of wearing the maple leaf, winning a gold medal, and watching the NBA take off in Canada?
We the North, right? We the North. You know, to see the Raptors finally, after near misses in the past, right? Finally, right? Take the mantle here. I think it's awesome. You know, I always envisioned things like maybe you got home in the airport and everybody was there to support you. There were some flags there, but nothing like this. Nothing like this, right? I mean, hours and hours before the team gets here, people are standing out here overnight waiting. I mean, Jurassic Park all over the country. I don't know that anybody could have, you know, imagined and envisioned something like this.
And you look at the attention now that the Raptors have brought to the sport of basketball, and obviously in your role now with Canada Basketball, the ability now to grow the game. Oh, yeah. You're in a great position now. This is like a critical moment where to take advantage of it.
You know what, though? I think we got to be real, and we got to take a step back and take a look at somebody like Leo Routens, okay? Leo Routens played this game. He played for this country. He roamed the sidelines for this country, right? He's in the booth for this country. He's been a huge part of growing the fabric, right, of basketball here. And then now you have a professional team, right, that's come and taken it, right, like up to the next level. I think participation numbers, you expect to see that spike. But what I really want to see now is I want to see corporations getting involved, right? And whether it's, you know, demographics, when you look at diversity, you know, that you need, you know, if it's eyeballs that you need, I think 13 million watching the game, you know, the other night.
How about all these eyeballs out here?
Right, all these eyeballs, like, you know, whatever it is you need, I think from a corporate perspective, I mean, good, wholesome family values that you can see here with the Raptors and what they did, taking a hit and coming back stronger. I mean, these are strong Canadian values that are being perpetuated by this team. I'm hoping that the corporate community will stand up and get involved.
Absolutely, and you know, thanks for the kind words. And of course, you were part of that growth of the game in this country as well, and all your years with Steve playing tremendous basketball. But you know, I look at the growth and the way it's come for the game in this country. But now, it's got to be. I can't even imagine, with 56% of the country watching NBA Finals, the impact that this is going to have, as you said, not only sponsorships, but how the game has touched everybody.
Right. The participate. I think that you know, much like you saw with the soccer women coming out of the Olympics, right? And there was a spike, right, in athletes signing up, young kids. And I think we're in pro sports, right? Like, we love the game at that level. But it's not just about pro sports, right? It's about all the lessons that you can learn. It's about physical activity. This is a wonderful game. It's a wonderful game to get involved in, and there's so many life lessons. That's why I signed my kids up when they were young. I wanted them to get the socialization of being in a team, all the kinds of life lessons that you can learn. It just so happened that one of my boys, it's turned out.
He's not bad.
And you mentioned your son, RJ. Obviously, Thursday's a big moment for your family. Right. He'll have an opportunity to be drafted at a very high level, and you know, and I'm sure you're a proud papa. And not only RJ, but so many other players, Canadian players, with an opportunity to be drafted on Thursday night.
This again should be another win for Canada. This is another win for we, the North. Okay, there could be 3, potentially even 4 Canadian players taken in the first round of this draft. Right? We have 3 of them in the green room. For goodness sakes, right? Like this, if that's not a win for Canada,
take a look.
I don't know what it is, right? Brandon Clark, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, they'll all be in there. I'm hearing a lot about Kabengele right now.
And some of these guys that may not get drafted will still be on rosters. I guarantee that.
Absolutely. Ignas Brazdeikis, you know how he's built,
Iggy.
right? I'm going through anything that they put in front of me. O'Shea Brissett, his games continue to grow. Luguentz Dort is just an animal on the court, right? I think from a defensive perspective, he can plug in right away, I believe. So I think there's a lot of wins coming out of this week.
We will have the draft this week on TSN, by the way. I want to ask you quickly, where's RJ today? Is he here?
He's on his way to New York.
Oh,
He's on his way to New York, getting ready.
How good is it for you and your family? I mean, to have all of this, to have such a seminal week with your son as well, you have to be pretty impressed, pretty proud.
This is an amazing time. You know, I think, you know, when you have children, right, you teach them, you know, at some point, you know, to have goals, right? and then you do everything that you can to help them try to achieve the goals. And so when you finally see, you know, your children making their goal, made it to university. Okay, awesome, did that, right? And now he's about to achieve this goal. My whole family will be down there in New York cheering and cheering him on.
For you, and proud of your son, man. He's amazing.
True North, strong and free. Yes. Big time, big time.